Good day, everyone. Brad here with something a little bit exciting, a little bit different. I kind of surprised myself with this one. You'll see behind me, I've got a Baby Yoda. I know he's not called Baby Yoda, but until the show gives us a name, that's what we're going to go with. That's what everyone's been calling him anyway. Now, what I did was took this old set that came out in 2002. This was like the first big set I got. I remember my dad ordered it from the actual Lego magazine. Rather ugly looking Yoda. And a lot of the stuff, I mean, you look on the back, they got these, you may remember these 3PO, R2, all very ugly. Blockade Runner's pretty cool though. So to make this Yoda here, I used 95% of the pieces came from that set. So if you have that set, you'll have a pretty good chance of making this yourself. But let's take a closer look and I'll show you some of the features. And here we are, Baby Yoda, the child, whatever you want to call him, because still they have not given a name. This is what I've got. Now, to help compare size, I just showed you what he looked like next to me, but I do have, boom, Porg. So he's a little bit taller than Porg size, just to give you a good comparison there. Now, I will show you again the original Yoda set. So I took this thing, I found it. I half jokingly was saying, if they're not going to make Baby Yoda toys, I'll just make one myself. And I took this thing apart and made this. Now you'll see some of the styling of the head is very similar to this. The eyes are actually just, I'll rip it off the Porg here, just these pieces right here. The reason I made this Baby Yoda this small and not to his actual size as you see in the show is because this is the piece I wanted to use for the eye. You'll see how the light reflects off of it. And it really gives it that kind of life that makes it so cute. Anything bigger just wouldn't have worked out. I couldn't think of a better piece. And I have plenty of pieces left to spare from this, so that way I knew I'd actually be able to get it done. Now, looking at some of the features here, you'll see the head can pivot anywhere. Makes kind of a squeaky noise because it is old. I'll show you how that works. It's just a simple bionicle ball joint sitting on this. Now I did use the a little bit of green here so that when you put the head back on, it kind of hides the fact that it's on this little pivot point there. We'll look a little closer at the head. If it doesn't focus right, I apologize because this camera does have an autofocus. This head was tricky to make. I had to use a lot of unconventional kind of building methods. It's very stable, it's very sturdy. I had to use a lot of the half pieces, and you'll see things like the face and the ears, they don't match up, they don't line up quite right. Everything on here, especially in the face there. Now, the one area where there's a gap is down here. You can probably see in there. I decided to go with teeth because some of the cutest scenes you can see his teeth a little bit. And the other reason I did that is because you don't see the teeth from every angle. So if he's like looking down, it kind of almost gives the illusion of his expression changing. And you'll see the shape of the head, it kind of looks like an oval from the side. And I was able to get the ears to be green on the back and colored in the front. But let's put his head back. Now, the other thing that kind of gives him that cute little look is the little wrap he has around here. I built it so that you could still move the head pretty much anywhere you'd want to, looking up or down. Alright. And the way I built this is you'll see this whole thing, I stuck kind of to the classic method of just using like regular bricks. I didn't use any smooth pieces or anything to smooth it out. One, because I just don't have enough of them. And two, I thought I'd kind of keep that classic look. This did not take very long to make. I only spent about 4 hours making this. Alright, so coming on down. I just went with this simple stripe here to kind of represent the seam in his little coat or whatever it is. See, he's got little hands here on this side and this side. I don't know if I made them the right size. I feel like I might want to make them a little bit bigger. And then you come around the back here. And it just kind of bulges out because this is wraparound here. And then it kind of sags down a little more. Again, intentionally made it a little bit blocky with jagged edges because that's the only pieces I really had with this. And most of this Yoda here is built from this. The only pieces that I can recall that I took from random boxes of Legos were like the teeth, the eyes, and maybe one or two pieces here or there. The rest of it is entirely made out of that. So, that is pretty much it for Baby Yoda here. Baby Yogurt, whatever his name is. I'm thinking about putting this on the Lego Ideas set, so if you're interested in this, potentially becoming a Lego set, I think I'll put it up there. Also, I'm considering making BD-1 from Jedi Fallen Order. So if there's any interest of seeing him, let me know and maybe I'll make it. But that is going to do it for Baby Yoda. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, why not subscribe to the channel so you could come along on the theme park adventures as well. That's going to do it. The caravan is moving on.